All the coverage you want. Game 1, Western Conference Finals. AD, LeBron, Jamal Murray. The stars are there. The Lakers, they've won all 7 series in the playoffs against the Nuggets. They're 25-8 overall. That's a good winning percentage. First quarter, early on, Lonnie Walker's in early. Misses. We go the other way. Jokic, MPJ, Michael Porter Jr. There you go, Tiger. Oh, no, we missed. That's all right. Jokic is right there because that's the thing he does. The lead is 14 at that point. It's 30-16. Jokic backing down Anthony Davis. All the Lakers concentrating him. Odds they should. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, easy layup inside. Jokic, first player, last 25 years, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, any quarter of a playoff game. That's off to a good start, 37-25. Again, Porter missing. Jokic got it back. He had 3 threes, wide open. They'll take that one. Lakers come down the floor. Tim Legler, Austin Reeves is good.
He really is. He's a high-level player. Great IQ, very competitive, and man, has he improved as the year has gone on. He's become really the 3rd most important player right now.
Even when he misses, good things happen. LeBron, the rebound quick to Anthony Davis. Jokic spins down low. Davis hanging him. 19 points, 16 rebounds, 7 assists in the first half.
Well, if the unathletic guy is going to do that to you, do you stand a chance?
It is crazy. He looks like a plotter when he comes down there. Jamal Murray pulls up, nails that one. Nuggets led by 18 at the break, 72 points. This thing's over right up until maybe it's not. Jokic drives, gets what he wants. Again, maybe not the most graceful, still goes in. Caldwell-Pope. Good game inside, good cut. How easy is that?
The second you make a mistake on the weak side with your head or your vision, he picks you apart.
And then that, just a simple pivot, little pirouette, throws that in. Nuggets by 17. Jokic to end the quarter over Davis. Bang. Yeah, look at AD. He's like, what are you going to do there? Jokic, 12 career playoff triple-doubles, 6 this season. Feels only Magic and LeBron. Michael Malone on his guy.
Nikola already has a triple-double. Can you describe what you're seeing from him so far tonight?
As Scott Van Pelt would say, sublime.
SVP. He's at the PJ Championship. He's still getting FaceTime. We love it. Murray, step back over LeBron. Great game by him as well. He had 30-plus. There you go. Game recognizing game, as the kids say. Lakers, though, Tim, here we come. They got things rolling. They slowed down the offense of the Nuggets and found some of their own.
They started to score in the paint, which opened up some of this. Austin Reeves played well down the stretch. The Lakers got into a flow offensively and got enough stops to get back in the game.
They got it down to 3. Fight for the rebound here. Who wants it? Eventually, Porter's got it. Gets rid of the hot potato. Up ahead, Murray, Aaron Gordon. That guy. How athletic is he? Russell Wilson left the office a little early tonight, came out, saw that ball game. How do we keep leaving? They left Reeves open like 4 times late.
They were using him to set the screen, and they were showing on the ball handler, not getting back to him in time.
And that time, Jokic, after a bit of 4 or 5 empty possessions, KCP finishes underneath. Reeves trying to feed LeBron. It gets loose. Of course, Jokic has got it. Now we're going to dribble out some time, and it is finished. Denver takes game 1, 132-126. Final line on Jokic, 12 of 17 from the field, 21 rebounds, 6 of those offensive, 14 assists, and the final point total is 34. Against Anthony Davis, Jokic, 10 for 13. Lakers made a late switch. Rui Hachimura, love Rui. Success. Jokic 0 for 2 with 2 turnovers when Hachimura was the primary defender.
Shout out to Hachimura. Actually did have 17 off the bench. Both teams got some good contributions off the bench, but it's the starters for Denver I want to talk about. All 5 were in double figures. 6 Nuggets were in double figures, including Michael Porter Jr. And on a stat-stuffing box score, it's actually an intangible play you want to talk about. Nothing you'll see here that may have changed this guy's rep.
Mike Malone referenced it, and you could just go back a couple of years ago, even back in the bubble, and the way he was picked on and targeted defensively. People were questioning whether he was physically tough enough at the time to be able to defend in this league. He has turned himself into an elite rebounder as a small forward, but more importantly, his ability to now maybe make one of those roll your sleeves up type plays where you get on the floor and get dirty. Mike Malone talked about the importance of it. Now, at this point, the Lakers are cut it to 4. This ball comes off the glass, and now you just got guys scraping in the lane. And he really doesn't have it right here. Hachimura had a right to that basketball. Porter not only gets it, he's able to move the ball around while he's on his back, so AD and Hachimura can't tie him up. Because that's a jump ball in the backcourt. Hey, maybe it's a different result. Lakers score off of that. You might have a different outcome. That's how important this play was. So then he gets it to KCP, and they go up the floor. Gordon with the dunk, not only to go up 6, you saw the eruption in the building and what that does for you that late in the game.
Porter ended up having 15 points. He also had 10 rebounds, and as you said, maybe just turn the tide on the way people think.
Absolutely. Those are the kind of plays, they're winning plays. Somebody has to do that, role players especially. You've got to be able to do that. You can't just have a reputation as a guy that can fill it up. Go get dirty, put the hard hat on, and go make plays late in the game. That was a tremendous effort because it really was not his basketball at first, and he decided to get down there and fight for that. Got them 2 points going the other way.
Pivoting within the game, making a slight adjustment. Wanted to take A off as being the initial line of defense, and hopefully, Rui could turn him, make him go east-west a little bit more. And once he went up to shoot, he shoots 70% on those floaters, those little short-range chip shots and floaters and hooks and little one-leg fadeaways. He shoots them at an amazing rate, scores them, I should say. So just the idea was just to get A behind him a little bit and have A as that big, long arm just ready to contest over the top of Rui. And so it was good for us in some segments. And, we were able to, after a tough first half, giving up 72 points, claw our way back into it. I think the closest we got was within 3. But, hats off to them. They came out, they defended their home floor. A lot of long rebounds. We gave them way too many second chance points, offensive rebounding opportunities, and 50-50 balls for that matter. That we got to be better in transition, and we can't foul them. We got to be more disciplined, showing our hands when we're guarding the ball and guarding those guys around the rim, in the post, and whatnot.
I know it's just ended, but they made almost 50% from three-point tonight. Is that something you got to get out there more, or is it more cutting out the passing lanes?
I just think it's a little bit of everything, man. It's a talented team. It's very few one-trick ponies that make it this far. And so, they're able to put pressure on you in the paint, pressure on you from the three-point line, very capable shooters, some of which are elite. And you just got to be ready to give multiple efforts. Again, as I mentioned before the game, doing your work early, being in position when the defensive possession starts. That way we're not playing catch-up. So we'll go back and look at the film tonight, see what we need to clean up, take a good look at that second half, see what went well, try to sustain the good stuff, and alleviate and repair the bad stuff.
We'll take the win. We protected our home court. And wins are hard to come by this time of the season. But our defense has to be a hell of a lot better. They shot 66% in that second half. And they didn't feel us, and they scored way too easy. So we don't want to get into trying to outscore teams and outlast teams. They went to a lot of big ball with LeBron, AD, and Rui out there. So definitely a lot of things that we can look at doing a lot better. But to get 19 fast break points, to rebounded them by 17, and 29 assists on 11 turnovers are all really good numbers. So I'd much rather clean up things after a win in the Western Conference Finals than a loss. So we'll take it, but much work to do.
Michael, on Nicola's night, what did you think of just kind of the aggressiveness he had to open that first quarter and how he set the tone? And then what was your take on that third quarter buzzer beater he had from 3?
Yeah, let's be honest. We hit a couple of shots tonight. I think Nicola's. I think Jamal had one at the end of the shot clock. I'm not sure if Michael Porter's corner 3 went off the glass or not, but we had some shots that were we needed, obviously, in a game like tonight. But Nikola was great. 34 points, 21 rebounds, 14 assists, 2 blocks. And as you mentioned, Harrison, his aggression, him driving the ball, dunking the ball in traffic. And we always talk about an aggressive Nikola Jokic is a very effective Nikola Jokic. So, a hell of a job by him. Have to give Jamal a lot of credit, for playing through a game where he was questionable. 31, 5-5, 3 steals, another block shot, and battling through the illness. I give him a lot of credit.
LeBron, just what did you notice about the way Denver hit first? What was the key on the glass and Jokic and everything, and how did you guys find a way to adjust over the course of the game?
Yeah, I mean, it took us a half to get into the game, and that was pretty much the ball game right there. We got to understand that, we got to start from the tip-off, and they punched us in the mouth to start. I think they had more offensive rebounds than we had total rebounds in the first half, and that led to them getting second chance points. They also got on the fast break and killed us on the fast break in the first half, and it was 10 for 10 from the free throw line. So, I know the game is won in 48 minutes, but they set the tone in 24 minutes, and we was playing catch up for the next 24.
About having been through so many of these before, how do you feel like the team's can be affected by cutting the margin down to 3 like you did tonight, going into the next game versus it staying out?
In the postseason, it doesn't matter if you cut it to 1 or you're down 20. If you lose, you lose. They're 1-0, and we have to come back with desperation going into game 2. We have to play better. We have to rebound better. I thought we did a good job of not turning the ball over. That's one thing we've been very conscious about in the postseason. But we've been better in transition tonight. We wasn't that great in the first half. We cleaned it up in the second half. So we need to be better at all facets of the game.
What was the key to that fourth quarter stretch where you hit Austin a couple times, or targeting Jamal Murray, just kind of find that similar to what you guys did Game 6 against the Warriors?
No, just kind of reading the game. It's a game, always a game in between the game, and just reading the game and making the proper reads. They started to go to a 3-4-5 switch and pick and rolls. Where anytime I was involved with AD, they started to switch, Joker onto me, and trying to keep it body on body, because AD was doing a great job of getting into that pocket and doing what he does best with his floaters and things of that nature. So we have opportunities, and we know we can go to other things that also can work for us with myself handling the ball with guards, set pick and roll, trying to get the good matchup. Seeing how they're going to play, if they're going to switch or if they're going to hard show or whatever the case may be. And we just try to exploit that and allow AR to get going in the fourth.
AD, you were very complimentary of Jokic before this game. Could you describe how he played? In particular, what did you say to him when he made that crazy shot right before the half?
He's a two-time MVP. He very skilled. Obviously, as his numbers show, made some tough shots. We just try to make it tough for him. Switching up matchups and schemes on him, but he's been playing well through the entire season, and especially in this playoffs. So you tip your hat to him, and then a shot. I just looked at him and just smiled. There's nothing else I could have done. He's 40 feet away from the basket. One dribble, kind of throws it up and it goes in. So it was definitely one of them nights, but. We're encouraged about, second half of the game and things we can get better at and make some adjustments going to game 2.
You guys found stuff after the first half, but how much of it do you think was the size on the court to start the game? You guys did go small. They're a pretty big team, and at one point they had 9 offensive rebounds on their first 11 misses in the game. How much of a factor do you think that was?
Some of them was effort play. Some of them was just out of reach. We had a couple opportunities to get early defensive rebounds. We wasn't able to do that. One of them was a block out by me. The Joker coming down the middle was one of his offensive rebounds. I think some of them was effort. Some of them is about size. But I think for the majority of some of them ones in the first half, we wasn't just locked in. We wasn't in tune. He had 6 offensive rebounds in the first quarter. He had 6 offensive rebounds for the game. So that just lets you know we started to get more and more in tune what we need to do, how we need to block out, how we need to hit bodies and things of that nature. And I think we got better as the game went on.
Both Austin and Rui said they felt that there was a lack of energy and especially a lack of effort in the first half. Do you agree with that, and how do you explain a lack of effort in Game 1 of the Western Conference?
We'll be better. We'll be better. We know we didn't play up to our capabilities in that first half. And I even thought in the third quarter when they were making shots, we were going back and forth and making shots. I thought we were still in tune with it. They were just making some shots with hands in their faces, bodies on bodies. But we'll be better in game 2, that's for sure.
LeBron, obviously a lot to be made about Jokic tonight and his performance, but What about AD's offensive game was impressive to you, and do you feel like he was able to keep you guys within that striking distance in the first 3 quarters there to make that fourth quarter comeback?
AD was phenomenal, 40 and 10, changed shots at the rim. You know, but AD's been great all postseason, so we're not worried about that. You know, so we just have to do our side. We have to do our job as well. You know, myself and chipping in, everybody. You know, down the ladder from there. So. You know, it's nothing that surprises about AD's performance. We got to do a great job of just backing him up, you know, not only on the offensive end to relieve pressure off of him, but also on the defensive end as well. When he's changing shots, we have to clean glass, we have to help, we have to make our rotations clean. That allows us to do what we need to do offensively. Appreciate it.
I mean, just weather the storm, not foul, rebound, not turn the ball over. Those are the things that were going through my mind at the time.
And KCP, you played for them on 2020. You won the ring, that ring before the game. Do you think you have like an advantage against them because of that?
No. I mean, it's a whole new team from the championship team that I was on. But just knowing them guys is an advantage. I played with them for 4 or 5 years. But I love our team here. You know, the toughness that we come out with and we play with throughout the game, you know, we're going to need it throughout the series.
It felt like you played off of Joker just about every way you could over the course of that game, cutting to the rim, spacing off when he's on the block, spacing for threes. Can you talk about how long it takes to develop a chemistry with a player like that, and how far, like, what percentage total chemistry do you think you have at this point in the season?
No, I mean, it don't take that long. You know, I'm a basketball player. You know, I adjust, you know, to whatever I need to adjust to. You know, my teammate, whatever they need me to do, and been playing with him for the whole season. So I feel like that's enough, you know, to have a chemistry. And it take a long time. You know, just playing off him, playing off the ball, playing off Maul. I feel like I fit perfect, you know, just playing with these guys.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.